Good afternoon. If everyone can take their seats, please. Well, it's a lot easier than earlier. Thank you so much. I hope everyone is enjoying their lunch. Thank you so much for being here. I have the pleasure of introducing our chairman. Chairman Commissioner Andrea Herr was elected and sworn into the Seminole County District 5 Commissioner seat in 2020. She is a wife, mom, and dedicated community and business leader. And I'm going to shout out her family that's here today. We're so excited that you guys were able to join her today. Cheer her on. I never stick on these bio scripts, so sorry. With 37 years experience in the insurance industry, Commissioner Herr has translated her client-focused innovation to a platform of advanced service to the citizens of Seminole County. She also has chaired our board of directors and been a proud board member of the Seminole County Chamber for years and has helped lead us to the organization that we are today, so thank you. She's received numerous awards for her strong leadership, including being named one of the 40 under 40 and Women Who Mean Business by the Orlando Business Journal, as well as the Orlando Women's Executive Council's Businesswoman of the Year. A strong advocate for public education and healthcare, Commissioner Herr has served as chairman of the Foundation for Seminole County Public Schools twice, and I know they're here today, and has served on the board of directors for the Foundation for Seminole State College. They're here too. Where are they? Over here. The list of contributions to our community is too long to list, and we would not be such an amazing community without her service. Thank you, and welcome to the State of the County Address.
I think all of that is just short for the fact that I've been around for a very long time. And before any rumors start, because we know how that happens in politics, I'm going to give a shout out for why my family and I are not sitting together. Mark came in a little bit late and has to dash back out to go to court, and so he may not be here at the end. And he would never come late and come to the front of the room, so I know him well enough to know that that would not have happened. So with that, I want to give a very heartfelt thank you to Rebecca, who I count as a friend and somebody that is a huge community champion. Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for all for joining us here today. As we celebrate Seminole County, look ahead to the future, embrace progress, and preserve the quality of life that defines this community, your community. It's my privilege as the chairman of the board of the county commissioners to continue the tradition of delivering the State of the County Address. This year, Seminole County made thoughtful and sometimes extremely difficult budget decisions to protect what makes our community special. We didn't make these decisions lightly, but we do understand why we all chose to live here and or work here and play here in our county. A paramedic arriving to save a life, emergency management teams ready to respond when the storm clouds gather, and care for local parks and green spaces where families play. Dependable drainage, as boring as that may sound, is very important, and effective transportation networks. All of these things we want you to continue to take for granted. We focused on solutions that make sense for Seminole County, like creating the first tourism improvement district, and it's the first of its kind in the state of Florida, and launching our new microtransit system, Scout, whose vehicles you may have seen out front as you arrived. And that commitment to the quality of life earned recognition at both state and national levels with awards for our library, sports complex, recycling program, and many, many more. Our ability to grow and excel and sometimes make the best but very difficult decisions stems from our leaders. And I have the honor of serving alongside some extraordinary individuals who promised to be quiet during this presentation today. My colleagues on the Seminole County Board of County Commissioners, Vice Chair Amy Lockhart, Commissioner Lee Constantine, Commissioner Bob Delary, and Commissioner Jay Zimbauer, along with our County Manager, Darren Gray, and County Attorney who keeps us on the straight and narrow, Kate Latour. Thank you for joining me. We are blessed beyond recognition in this community for our constitutional officers, our property appraiser, David Johnson, tax collector, J.R. Kroll, Sheriff Dennis Lima, Clerk of the Court and Comptroller Grant Malloy, and our own Supervisor of Elections, Amy Pennock. And I'm going to give a shout out to the quality of our school district, which we should never take for granted and we should always cherish, contributes greatly to our ability to attract and retain high-paying jobs. And we are so very thankful for those of you who chose to serve on our school board. Chairman Robin Dellinger, Vice Chair Autumn Garrick, board members Kelly Davis, Christine Krause, and Abby Sanchez, and our own superintendent, Sarita Beeman. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for all you do for this community to make it wonderful. We are also blessed in this community to have collaboration between the cities and the county as a major community asset. We appreciate our mayors, commissioners, council members, and city managers from Altamont Springs. This is your chance to clap for yourself, cities. Altamont Springs, Castleberry, Lake Mary, Longwood, Oviedo, Sanford, and Winter Springs. I don't know who wins that award for the most applause, but I say that our cities are fabulous and our collaboration with them is very meaningful to the community. Let's also give out a huge shout to the Seminole County Chamber and today's sponsors who bring these events to fruition. And I will tell you, we appreciate you hosting this year after year, and we know that it is never without some drama. So we appreciate all that you do. A shout out to Aaron, who puts these things together and acts like it's seamless, but it is not. The role that this chamber plays in this community is vital, and it has helped us to continue to grow our businesses, and more importantly, to grow true friendships within the community. This is a hard room to settle down every year, and that's because we have community members that want to be here and want to interact with each other, and the chamber has a lot to do with that. If you haven't been to an after hours, do it. You'll lose your voice by the end of the night. As a businesswoman in this county for the past 42 years, 42, not 37, I spent time in banking. No offense to the bankers, but that was not for me. I've joined this, before joining the County Commission, I listened closely, and I really do hope you're going to do that today. I am much more comfortable in your seat than I am on this stage, certainly with a teleprompter. You all know that. Those of you that know me most are laughing as you're cheering me on. I know you're laughing a little bit at this. Some of you came to the state of the county today to understand how your tax dollars are being spent, because we certainly talked about that a lot this last year. And you want to be sure that sound financial decisions are being made on your behalf. And I am here to tell you, as your neighbor and your friend, that I can confidently say that Seminole County's 2026 adopted budget is just that. It is responsible, transparent financial stewardship with the idea that we can deliver excellence with less. Our $1.2 billion budget was built through early collaboration and careful planning with a clear focus on essential services, supporting the recruitment and retention of highly qualified staff and limiting discretionary growth, while ensuring our residents can clearly see where their tax dollars are being invested. Public safety remains our top priority, with nearly 3/4 of property tax dollars supporting law enforcement, fire rescue, emergency management, emergency medical services, and the operation of our county jail, which our sheriff's office has graciously taken on the management on our behalf. That is not typical. Sometimes counties actually manage their jail. We are not qualified. The sheriff is. So thank you, Sheriff Lima, for that leadership. Our investments in public safety are intentional and ongoing, and our board was proud to take part in the recent ribbon cutting for the Seminole County Fire Department's newest facility, Station 39.
Fire Station 39, Seminole County's 21st station and the largest with 4 bays, now serves the Paola community, where emergencies were previously handled by stations miles away, leading to longer response times. The new station significantly boosts resources and cuts response times by more than 2 minutes.
The addition of Station 39 within District 5 of Seminole County will help improve response times, along with serving over 11,000 residents and 4,000 households. Every minute decreases your survivability by 10%.
Residents who advocated for the station are already seeing the difference.
Response time, Station 34 being as far away it is about 3.5, 4 minutes. I have used this station last week 3 times. Response time is 1 minute.
Resident Kathy Denola, who has interacted with Seminole County Fire Rescue in the past, has already built a connection with the crew at Station 39, touring the facility with her family and even baking treats for them.
It really gives you a sense of relief that knowing it's so close that anybody, any resident that needs something, that they're there for them.
Really, I just hope that they enjoy the fact that we're here, they feel safe that we're here, and that anything that they need, they know that they have an open door to come here.
Seconds matter in an emergency, and Fire Station 39 will enhance Seminole County's emergency response.
Station 39 is about saving time, saving lives, and ensuring that Seminole County continues to provide the highest level of public safety to the community.
Growth comes in all forms, including the shape, I never thought I'd be saying this, of the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Our newest microtransit vehicles. Scout represents a smarter, more flexible approach to transportation, replacing some fixed route buses with on-demand services that make it easier for our residents who rely on public transportation. This transportation idea, which went from ideation or concept to reality, concept being from Commissioner Amy Lockhart, who served on Links, so thank you for bringing it to our attention. Concept to reality in county government in 16 months. And I know you all that live in this community are seeing these little things all over town. And we're seeing folks use them that never used public transportation before because they didn't feel safe standing at a bus stop. So transportation deprived people that are now out of their homes because of this service. This reduces annual operating cost while increasing service levels, and it's reducing annual operating costs by about $5 million recurring in net savings each year. So we have proven that innovation, service improvement, and responsible stewardship of taxpayer dollars goes hand in hand at your county government. That's worth an applause. That same spirit of innovation and partnership led to the creation of the Tourism Improvement District, or TID. This was a concept that we first shared with you last year at this luncheon and is now, about a year later, a reality. Seminole County is proud to be the first countywide TID in the state of Florida, made possible by the local hoteliers who chose to invest in themselves and in our community by taxing their own industry to help us fund a new indoor sports complex for our community. Please join me in thanking our local hoteliers who are not here today. They're probably all working. So as you see them in our community, please thank them for stepping up to the plate for us. This forward-thinking collaboration will drive sports tourism, generate new revenue, and create lasting economic benefits while offering potential opportunities for local use, with the goal of ensuring that this investment serves both visitors and residents. It also fits a bigger picture. When you look across Central Florida and across the state, and this is actually a handout on your table, so I realize that you can't see it, Seminole County consistently ranks as a strong value. In developing the 2026 budget, we made careful adjustments to ensure that essential services remain reliable and sustainable, including modest updates to local taxes that had not been touched in 16 years. These adjustments were spread across multiple revenue sources to avoid placing the burden solely on property owners. Even with these changes, Seminole County continues to have one of the lowest overall tax burdens in Florida. Independent data shows from fiscal year 2025 that we rank in the lower third of the state's 67 counties for property millage, even when comparing our 2026 escalated tax to the 2025 untouched taxes for the other counties. We continue to rank below the state average and many neighboring counties. And actually, don't panic when I say this, and actually, we would have had to increase that millage by 4 times to even get to the state average. We're not going to do that. I know the Hydes are here. This is why I invited you here. We are not going to do that, but just gives you an idea of how conservative we were in that approach. In other words, it is our goal, and we delivered on asking for less and delivering more. I'll take that. I will take that. Because even as we make big strategic investments, Seminole County remains focused on what truly matters. With the long list of competing needs, only about 5% of property taxes support parks and libraries, places that define our quality of life. And that's not a bad thing, because our team stretches those dollars to make significant impact while keeping expenditures low. From vibrant parks and recreation programs to a library system, hold for it, named the 2025 Library of the Year in the state of Florida. Seminole County shows that when you invest wisely, you can deliver exceptional value for your residents today and in the future.
The system that they have for us citizens is great. I mean, to be, the ability to go online and to pick and choose what you want and have it there waiting for you, it's terrific.
Across 5 branches, there's something for everyone. From story time to book clubs, 3D printing, and game nights, each location offers hands-on learning and connection.
I don't know what I'd do without the library. They're just exceptional. They know me by name. They're very aware of who comes in and out of this library, and they're very aware of those who are just starting out at the library, and they make it a point to make that connection, and I just love that.
That connection is intentional. Staff are committed to serving the community with care and creativity.
Previous libraries I've gone to haven't offered the craft nights. I go to the board game nights as well, just different things, and it's so interesting how they evolve to meet the needs of the community.
In a lot of aspects, we're a very personable library, and that's such a good feeling to know that people come back. And we genuinely appreciate our community, and we want them to know that.
That dedication earned Seminole County the 2025 Florida Library of the Year Award from the Florida Library Association.
Receiving an award in this kind of recognition not only kind of helps us understand what we are doing does make a difference, but also that there are things that we can do to expand it.
So you're starting to see a theme here from our team of how we consider our citizens, our neighbors, our friends, family, and all the services that we provide. Our Parks and Recreations team also celebrated major improvements to the Spring Hammock Preserve, a 1,500-acre natural treasure right here in the heart of our community. This $2 million project replaced aging boardwalks and stairs, added ADA accessible trails and parking, as well as a new pavilion. By leveraging the penny sales tax dollars, the county was able to secure state conservation grants, reducing local funding to roughly half of the project, while grant funds covered the remainder. This partnership ensures the Spring Hammock remains accessible for generations to come, including the continued access to the beloved annual mud walk field trip enjoyed by our Seminole County school children. You got me a little early there because the close to that sentence, because I've been on the mud walk with one of those two over there and endured by their short parents that can't walk through the mud very well. Thank God for dads going on the mud walk with me. While the county's general fund supports most of our parks and trails, the tourism development tax, or bed tax, separate from the tourism improvement district, but similar, is strategically invested to grow our sports tourism opportunities. At Boomba Sports Complex, major upgrades are currently underway for the 10-year-old facility, and it is hard to believe it is 10 years old already, including new turf across all 15 fields. These improvements enhance the experience for the athletes and visitors while sustaining long-term efficiency. And quite honestly, those investments will reduce the cancellation of events, so it will keep revenue flowing through that operation, because when it rains on a natural field, we have to cancel events. They are delivering results. The Boomba Sports Complex was recently ranked #1 in Newsweek's 2025 Fans' Choice Award for the best youth baseball complex. This recognition reflects the outstanding team that maintains the facility and further cements Seminole County's reputation as a premier destination for youth sports. If you've been in either of these hotels on the weekends for an evening event, any of the events that we normally attend, you're usually sitting in the bar with kids in baseball uniforms. That is a testament to economic development. Our employees are at the heart of everything we accomplish in Seminole County. They're the ones who turn plans into progress and policies into real-world results. They show up every day to serve our residents with professionalism, care, and commitment. This year, under the leadership of County Manager Darren Gray, Seminole County rolled out a new employee evaluation system built on a more business-minded performance approach. That may sound like nothing, but it is a big deal in government operations. This should equate to fewer mystery scores, fewer surprise conversations — no one likes a surprise conversation — more opportunities for personal development, and most important, productive and happy employees ready to serve Seminole County citizens now and into the future. Turnover is expensive, and we'd like to stop it. Take our roads and stormwater crews, for example. In March of last year, Seminole County responded to an EF2 tornado that touched down in my own community, impacting homes along the Markham Woods Road area in Longwood. While this tornado was devastating for those it affected, there was no FEMA declaration. There was no state and no national services for cleanup. It was up to us. And our employees stepped up, mobilizing immediately.
This is a very serious situation. This is a real live tornado. We saw debris flying. It's heading into Lake Mary, going right down Lake Mary Boulevard.
I was watching the news in my office, saw that the tornado had touched down and there was debris being scattered on I-4, and I know that our roads are on that side of I-4, so I started heading in that direction.
When we did get on scene, it looked like total chaos. Trees down, houses damaged. It was pretty rough.
For those who lived there and lived through it, the destruction was overwhelming.
Back this way was completely demolished. Minutes of just absolute destruction, and you could not wrap your head around what all happened in this area.
But Seminole County was there, on scene, immediately in the chaos. The fire department, sheriff's office, emergency management, and roads and stormwater clearing debris immediately.
Seminole County really truly came and they lifted everything off of our property. They took it away, and I joke with my husband that, you know, they were the good guys. They were the ones that came in and they were like our heroes. They just took care of everything for us.
The debris took weeks to clear, and the neighborhood is still not the same. with roofing projects and rebuilds underway even now. But for the crews who returned every day in the aftermath to clear the way, it's a job they were only too happy to do.
I've been doing this job for 20 years, and I enjoy helping people. They appreciate us, when we come in and make the situation a little better, a little easier.
There was never a no. It was always, we'll be back, you're okay, we've got you taken care of, and it was just peace during a very tumultuous and crazy time for us.
I'm going to tell you that it was hard for me to read that without getting emotional, because the level of commitment that our team did for that community was just unimaginable. They were there the minute. I was getting the call while I was still in my closet. But the minute we were there, and there was never a no. So the words were our heroes, our friends. That's what we do every day. All right, so I've talked myself into that. From a once-in-a-lifetime tragedy to the more routine issues that we address every day, last fall, this is a really crazy transition from the tornado to code enforcement. But code enforcement matters if you live next to the house that needs to be code enforced, so this is important stuff. Last fall, the Code Enforcement Division returned to the Board of County Commissioners. Some of you may recall when the program moved to the Sheriff's Office in the early 2000s, when then Sheriff Esslinger stepped in to straighten out and stabilize the division. Today, building on that strong foundation of leadership and showing equal leadership, and we are eternally grateful, Sheriff Lima. Sheriff Lima demonstrated equal vision by working collaboratively with us to transition code enforcement back into county government, because connectivity with our departments was important. So it is aligned once again with our building, planning, and zoning divisions, improving coordination for our residents. Things got more complicated over the years, so having it in a different area made no more sense, and we appreciate Sheriff Lima for helping us transition. But just as important as where code enforcement sits is how it serves our community. Our code enforcement is not about citations. It's about serving the community, increasing your property values by not allowing something to linger, and improving your quality of life, one property at a time, one conversation at a time. Our officers are committed to approaching their role with professionalism and compassion and purpose, and we are committed to supporting their efforts. That same proactive mindset extends across Seminole County government. Increasingly, we are using public dashboards and data-driven tools to clearly show, you all knew I couldn't have this conversation without saying the word dashboard to my fellow county commissioners, right? To show how services are performing, where resources are being used, and how decisions are made, making information accessible, understandable, and meaningful for our residents. This year, new dashboards for solid waste, animal services, customer service request, and the county budget, and other core operations are being used by our team to work more efficiently and respond meaningfully. While these tools are vital to our day-to-day operations internally, our goal is to make them public-facing so residents can easily see in real time how their government is performing. We don't want dashboards disconnected from reality. These will be connected to what is happening every day, and our entire management team will be looking at them. And that same focus on transparency shaped our newly reimagined Citizens Academy. Last spring, we opened the doors to county government by transforming what was historically a boring classroom setting, no offense to the school district or the college. As I said that, I just thought, but I've attended this and sat in classroom style at the end of the day as an adult learning about how waste is transported at the county. And that's a tough grind, both for the person that's teaching it and the person listening it. So we've transitioned this into an open house, family-friendly experience. And by hosting places at our Central Transfer Station, Public Works Yard, and Fire Station number 11, residents were able to go behind the scenes, meet the men and women who deliver essential services every day, gain a clearer understanding of how county government works, and to see us in action.
From touring where your garbage goes to checking out the animal shelter, Citizens Academy offers an inside look at government services.
I don't believe people realize how much work it takes to run a shelter. Animal welfare, the medical, the feeding, the cleaning.
Over 600 attendees enjoyed the first installment of Citizens Academy last year, loving the family-friendly open house event.
I love how it's just really interactive and you can drop in. There's not like a real time commitment.
It's been a lot of fun. We got to learn a lot. We got to go into the fire station, right? Did we learn a lot today so far?
Hi, Firefighter Jose. Firefighter show and tell, library story time, a look under the microscope of mosquito control, and Public Works set up truck after truck, all equipment used daily in maintenance of the county.
It's just all about education, letting people know, informing them what we do, being up close to the equipment. They see the equipment out there working, but being up close, actually being able to sit in it and to see everything is, I think, a really great idea for everybody.
The machines, it's a great opportunity, especially for our kids. Thank you so much doing that.
The goal, it's all about connection and humanizing county government.
It allows people to put a face to the work that's being done. And something even as insignificant as garbage is a really big issue if no one was taking care of it.
These are the people that pay taxes. They expect that when they call, they need someone to show up and help them. So seeing a little bit of what we do and how we spend our days here, our training, what we actually go through is very important.
I would absolutely encourage residents to come to the Citizens Academy. Talk to the employees. We have great people that love to talk about what they do.
Maybe you do have that question on, hey, what actually happens at the landfill, or maybe how a certain process works. You'll actually have an employee there who can talk to you about it, whether it takes 5 minutes or 20.
So I love that we have an employee that thinks you all are wondering what happens at the landfill because he loves his job. And there's a lot of science behind that job. A great time was had by all, and I encourage you all to join us for this year's Citizens Academy, which will be held in the spring. It's a drop-in or drop-out opportunity. You don't have to stay for the whole thing, but it is an opportunity to see us up close and get to know the team that serves you. Have real conversations about how decisions are made and how services are funded. Those conversations matter, especially as discussions continue in Tallahassee that may impact how your local government is funded. Your taxes support the essential day-to-day guarantees we rarely talk about until something goes wrong. Your trash being picked up, clean water coming out of your faucet, safe, pothole-free roads, and I would argue that the toilet flushing every day consistently is a critical service. These are the quiet guarantees that local government makes to you every day that make our community come to life. If that local funding structure were to change, if property taxes were to be eliminated or even significantly reduced, and funding instead flowed through the state, Seminole County could become a donor county, sending dollars to Tallahassee with no direct say in how or when those funds come back home. That could mean fewer decisions made locally with potentially less control over how your tax dollars are used in your community. People often ask me what a county commissioner does. This was the most asked, there was another most asked, I won't say that, question on the campaign trail. And my answer was, hopefully you will never need to know. Because when everything is working well and life is boring with regard to what we are doing, it is wonderful. But when something does go wrong, county is here. Your county commissioners are here, present in the community, living in your neighborhoods, and we are accountable to you. And that makes a huge difference. I want to give a big thank you to my fellow commissioners for your shared commitment to serving our community and our county leadership team, led by County Manager Darren Gray and Kate Latour, who is our county attorney, for your steady guidance and your professionalism as we navigated all of this. I want to give my deepest thanks, if you haven't already gleaned this, I think our 1,600 employees are the cat's meow. What they do every day makes this work possible and actually easy, and their spirit and willingness to continuously improve is greatly appreciated. I'd like to recognize the employees who were featured in today's videos. So if you are here in our audience, I would love for you to stand and be acknowledged. And thank you for going above and beyond in your service. We appreciate each and every one of you. You can learn more about our collective achievements in the county's manager's report, which is on your table. And finally, I'd like to give thanks to our award-winning Office of Communications that wrote this script. They are the 2025 Government Communications Team of the Year, and they brought today's program to life for us. I have a few other thank yous to give out that are not on the teleprompter, and I will tell you that the first goes to my husband. When I was observing what was happening when Commissioner Brenda Carey, and I need to give her a shout out for serving all of those years, and I didn't realize it at the time, but there was a potential grooming happening as I was learning more and more about county government. I am not cut out for this. We all know that. But when I complained to my husband about who I thought the level of candidates that were running for office, his comment to me was, you don't get to complain and not throw your hat in the ring. And my comment back was, I am not qualified to do that, and you have told me to keep my mouth shut for 20 million years. And this means you're turning it loose. And so I have had his support, my son Jonathan and my son Dennis, who I could not do this without you. They literally run my household for me. There's a few other people here I'm going to thank as well. We have Mr. and Mrs. Hope Hyde with us today. The Hydes are your concerned neighbors that come to our county commission meetings most days and hold us accountable when they think we're doing something dumb. Sometimes we are doing something dumb, and sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. But those dialogues are open. We appreciate you. We thank you for your service, sir, and you for your service, ma'am, for making sure he is in the right place at the right time 100% of the time. I hear she's a hell of a shot with a shotgun as well, so tune it up. And I'm going to give one last big shout out. And this is somebody, Rebecca gave me credit for helping to get the chamber to where it is today. But we have an employee that did this with me. So Tricia Johnson, stand up. So she didn't know I was going to do this. Tricia is instrumental at the county. She was instrumental at being one of the chair-elect, then the chair. Then she recruited me into the chair to turn the chamber around to do what it's doing today for the community. Her mom and dad are here today to hear this. Thank you. So, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, thank you for doing what you did to raise her. Tricia is our accountability police. Some of the words that she says routinely are straighten out hobos. We will not be doing that today. She has a quote. I'm not going to say the first part of it, but the last word is show, so blank show. We're straightening this up. And consequently, every single thing that is just a mess at the county, Tricia will take a look at it. And so we would not be where we are today. We would probably be tragic, to use her word again, if it weren't for her drive for excellence, perfection, and her complete dedication to the citizens of Seminole County. So a big shout out to Tricia and her mom and dad. And for all of those, for anybody else that I've left out of the thank yous, most importantly, thank you to the citizens that are in this room today that care enough to lean into the county. We appreciate you. We love you. God bless Seminole County, and God bless America.
hold on, where's my script? Thank you so much, Commissioner. Before we close today, just a few more words of thanks and recognition, because as Commissioner Herr said, this doesn't happen without all of you that are in this room and our incredible sponsors here at the Chamber. Thank you, Fairwinds, Advent Health, Duke Energy, Hylant, Verizon, Seminole State College, AT&T, Orlando Health, the Greater Orlando Sports Commission, Universal Orlando Resorts, Forvis Mazars, and Florida Blue for supporting today's program. Thank you to the Seminole County Commission and staff for all the hard work you do to make today possible. We so appreciate your partnership. Thank you to the Seminole County Fire Department and Seminole County Sheriff's Office. And on behalf of the entire Seminole County Chamber team, let's make today a great Seminole County Day. Have a good afternoon.